Hey guys, welcome back to the Way of Truth Tarot. My name's Mandy, and this is going to be part 3 of the Delphi deep dive. Before I get into it, though, I was looking through my subscriptions, and I'm subscribed to Lawyer Lee, her channel. Lawyer Lee is a lawyer, and she covers high-profile cases. She had her boots on the ground in Delphi during Richard Allen's trial. She was there for all of it. And I just really respect her insight. And anyhow, so she just posted a video because there's proof now that the prosecution knew that one of the people they got to testify was lying. They knew that. They needed to put a person on the stand that would corroborate something that Richard Allen said in one of his confessions. He confessed over 60 times in jail. Most of them, except for this one that they're talking about where he actually says that he saw a white van, and that is what prevented him from SAing the girls. Thing is that he never saw a van. It was a lie, and the prosecution knew it. Well, that's out now. But another thing, and that's what is also bringing me to do this video specifically, was that Ron Logan also confessed. Ron Logan was one of the initial suspects and owned the property that the girls were found on. So he was put in jail because he was driving without a license, and that was like against his parole. So they put him in jail for, I think, 8 months. Don't quote me on that though. And while he was in jail, he too confessed to the crimes. So, I'm just, number one, I'm happy that the dirty that the prosecution tried to, or did do, is kind of like getting out there. Because whether Richard Allen is guilty or not guilty, they need to be fair. They're the state. They need to uphold morals and ethics and being honest. Well, I don't believe they did that. I believe that the whole thing was completely biased, even down to the judge herself. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. But it's causing me to look more into Ron Logan. So, that's what we're going to do today. Sorry for this whole winded intro, but I felt like I should explain it. And what I'll do is I'll put Lawyer Lee's video that I'm referring to in the description box. The chances are that you have already seen this are probably really high, if you're really into the Delphi case. But nonetheless, I'll link it for you anyway. So, before I get started, everything said in this reading is all alleged, in my opinion, based on the energy of the cards. No facts. I will be drawing from tarot, my true crime and conspiracy deck, but I've just chosen, I've pulled out the conspiracy cards. And if I need extra clarification, I'll be using my tokens. And I know in the last video, I said that I was going to use these, and I didn't because I forgot. I'm going to try to use them today. All right. Let's get started. So in this video, I'm also going to be addressing 2 rumors. So let's get those out of the way first. I had a book where I had them written down. Hang on one sec. Alrighty. So the first one, were the crimes motivated because allegedly Abby's mother dated or was in a multiracial relationship? That is the first one we are addressing. The second one we are addressing, and was brought to my attention by one of my lovely, amazing, beautiful subscribers, were any teenage girls who went to the same school as Libby and Abby involved in any way in the crimes? So that will be the second one. And then after that, we're going to look into Ron Logan a little bit. All right. Were the crimes motivated because Abby's mother dated or was in a multiracial relationship? Okay, we've got the Knight of Pentacles. Page of Swords, and the Magician. So the Page of Swords is about being vigilant. The Knight of Pentacles is a very deliberate but slow energy. Consistent energy. Slow but consistent. Yeah, and the Magician is about the Magician is about like having everything you need at your fingertips to bring about something, to bring about some sort of change. So to me, this is saying, this is looking like no, I don't believe that this has anything to do with what happened. Yeah, this is like creating an illusion. And one that everybody's kind of got is like looking over their shoulder. Oh, are they going to freaking say that I'm next? Kind of thing. And the Knight of Pentacles being slow and steady, this was like a continuous thing for years, you know, like if it wasn't one thing, it was another. After, you know, one rumor dies down, another one crops up. And it's just like, you know, like very, like a trickle, like not a lot of that happening, but enough that, you know, people are worried like, oh, what, in a couple months, am I the new target? Am I going to be blamed? So, no, I don't feel like that has anything to do with it. Okay. And just shuffle these back in, and I'll address the second one, which was, were there any teenage girls involved? Were any teenage girls who went to the school that Libby and Abby attended involved in any way? One last shuffle. Okay. Were any teenage girls that went to the same school as Libby and Abby involved in the crimes? We got the Ten of Wands. Okay, so we have the Ten of Wands, which is having a lot of extra responsibilities. Oh. The Seven of Pentacles is watching and tending to something to get more yield out of it. So think of saving your money to buy something. And it being Pentacles, that is it's a materialistic thing. So it either has to do with money or something physical, something materialistic. In this case, what it's representing is money that is put aside for, you know, to fund cases, right? Like, think of tax dollars being put to this. The Two of Pentacles is about juggling your material assets. And the Queen of Wands is like very creative energy. Okay, and what this is telling me is that this is like this is just another rumor. It's just another rumor that's putting a lot of burden on the case. And it's wasting a lot of money. They're already juggling all of these other things and trying to find room, like prioritize, okay, what's going to cost the most money, like testing, all of that. The last thing they want is to have to juggle money to look into this rumor. it's using a lot of energy. So my opinion, I don't see that having anything to do with the investigation. Okay. Alrighty. And before we get into Ron Logan, I'm going to pull one of these. I just want to see where, like, what it says, and yeah, I'm curious what it will say. Okay. We'll just do a quick shuffle for you. Give me one card that will help rule Ron Logan in or out of the case. The victim engaged in unusual behavior prior to the crime. I followed the trial as closely as I could, you know, and they never mentioned that. Not to say that they didn't, it's just that it hasn't come up, at least not to my knowledge. Let's see, let's get one more card. Okay, so 2 cards came out. The first one was someone coerced the killer into murdering the victim. Someone coerced the killer. Interesting. Interesting. I mean, I've always felt that there was like more than one person. Interesting. Okay, and then the next one was witnesses may fear coming forward with valuable information. Okay. It's Ron Logan time. All right, give me 3 cards. Give me 1 card of Ron Logan's energy. 1 card representing the girl's energy. And the card between them. So first card is Ron Logan. His energy on the day of the crimes. Ron Logan's energy on the day of the crimes. Ron Logan's energy on the day of the crimes. Judgment. Okay. Abby and Libby's energy on the day of the crimes. The Emperor. And then the card, the card that represents the energy between them. Four Swords. So the Emperor is male energy for one thing. It's divine masculine energy. For another, it is like big boss type energy. And I asked for a card to represent the girls. This card isn't representing the girls so much as it is representing the person who wanted this done. The Four of Swords is sanctuary, rest, recuperation, being like in a place where you're able to rest and recuperate. So some place safe. Which, yeah, I wouldn't associate that energy between somebody who allegedly confessed to killing somebody. You know, judgment is about self-evaluation, about judging yourself, feeling like you're being judged, doing something that is going to make people judge you. Okay, let's just keep going with this. I'm not convinced that he had nothing to do with it. But anyway, let's just keep going. Give me 3 cards that describe Ron Logan's participation in the crimes. 3 cards that represent Ron Logan's participation in the crimes, if any. Nine of Wands. We got the Hangman. And we've got the Hermit. Okay, so I asked, give me 3 cards that represent Ron Logan's involvement in the crimes, if there is any. The Nine of Wands is about having a really tough go, but you're prevailing and you're very close to winning, but you're freaking exhausted. And it's like, you don't know how you're going to do it. You don't know how you're going to finish off. But the energy with this card is that you will finish off. It's just, you'll be completely, it's like, it'll just be by sheer willpower. Because you're taxed. So, and Ron Logan was not a young person. He's not even alive anymore, actually. So, this is giving me this card is giving me the sense of like, I've had a really tough life. It has not been easy. And like, now I'm being dragged into this situation that is really, really tough. The Hangman is about being in a new perspective. So it's like, you know, being in the middle of a high-profile case was showing him a new perspective of life. And that was really making him go inward and self-evaluate. And that's the Hermit. That represents that. Still not saying that he still could have something to do with it. These cards aren't necessarily saying one way or the other. Let's get some whispers. Or, sorry, not whispers. True crime and conspiracy deck minus the conspiracy cards. Okay. Give me 3 cards that represent Ron Logan's involvement in this case. Organized crime. The opposite of counterfeit is real. So we got counterfeit, but it came reversed. So the opposite of counterfeit is genuine, legitimate, genuine. Okay. Big Pharma. But it's in reverse. I'm going to get a token for that. I'm not sure what it's representing. It's not representing what you think it is. It's not representing like, oh. I was going to say it's not representing like prescription drugs, but an organized crime, criminals, they do dabble in drugs, don't they? And prescription drugs too. Okay. Why is it in reverse though? Okay. Give me a token that helps explain the Big Pharma in reverse card, please. Okay, we have this little light thing, lantern thing. And it is 9. Number 9. Inner journey and solitude. Seeking light within. Jesus, doesn't help me. One more card. A card that represents Ron Logan's role in the crime, if there is any. Secret. Okay, let's get down to business with this secret. I want to know what it's all about. What does Ron Logan have to do with the secret? 3 cards. Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords is about being very sneaky. Can be like a betrayal. Can be about keeping up an appearance. But being completely the opposite in behind closed doors. Getting away with something is that type of energy. Next card. Queen of Swords. It's a very disciplined person. When you cross this person, they can be very malicious. Think of The Devil Wears Prada. Kind of, yeah. Another Swords. The Knight. This is fast moving energy. This is a very quick-witted person. This is a very intellectual person. This can also represent the mind. But in this case, this is representing key people. Okay, so very simply, there's a Knight of Swords, there's the male, and then there's the female swords. Now, because they're part of the same suit, to me, that is a direct connection to each other. So either they are together romantically, or they're related. And then the Seven of Swords, well, that is their behavior. That is the secret. They're getting away with something. What exactly is the secret that they're getting away with? Okay. First, I want to ask, what is their relationship to the girls? The Queen and Knight of Swords. What? Okay, so we're going to do a card that represents the energy that the Queen of Swords has. A card that represents the energy that the girls has to the Queen of Swords. And then we're going to see their relationship to each other. Okay, so this is the card that represents the Queen of Swords energy towards the girls. Okay. King of Pentacles. So this is the one who calls the shots. So the Queen of Swords has some sort of power over the girls. Okay. Now we're going to get a card that represents the girls' energy towards the Queen of Swords. Seven of Pentacles. So they earn their keep with this person, which means they are growing in front of this person. So the Seven of Pentacles is about, like, I use this analogy, it kind of works. You want to buy a house, and so you do all of these little things over the course of time to be able to reach that goal. So the Seven of Pentacles being you've been doing that for a little while. You're not at your goal yet, but you're well on your way. And you're starting to see a little bit of progress in the sacrifices and the work that you're putting in. So in some way, the girls were doing this and the Queen of Swords was able to witness that. So I'm feeling like it could be some sort of parental figure or mentor, coach, could be even mother energy. Because the Queen of Swords is sometimes represented by as a working parent. And what's weird again is that we both have the same suit. We had the same suits up here, and we also got a 7 up here too. The 7 of Swords. Down here, it's the 7 of Pentacles. Let's get a card for the energy between these guys, and we'll see if it's the same suit. It's not. It is Page of Cups. That's okay. But the energy between the girls and this Queen of Swords is a very loving, lighthearted, curiousness. So it's not a parent, but it's somebody older that could be, easily a parent, like the age would match. But they looked up to this person a little differently than a parent. It's like, I don't know, like a cool aunt kind of vibe. Let's do the Knight. Can I have a card to represent the Knight of Swords energy? Page of Swords. This is more like being like watching over, being vigilant and keeping an eye peeled for, sorry, I'm trying to, like a protective vibe. Okay, and then a card to represent the girls. The Knight of Pentacles. And then the energy between. So they tried to avoid, the Knight of Pentacles is very like, it gets slow. And it's like the girls had to be around this person somewhat regularly, but in small amounts. I'm not sure if they deliberately made it that way or whatever, but I know that the energy that the girls had towards this, you know, Knight of Swords or Page of Swords, they didn't trust them. We have the Moon in reverse. They didn't trust them at all. Like, she could pick up on this unseen vibe that they did not like. All right. I'm going to just let this marinate. And we're going to look more into... what's going on. I got to make a plan. You know, there's a lot of open doors right now. And I literally need to watch all of the readings and start getting some things straight before I go forward. Yeah. I just don't want to confuse everybody and myself. And you know what I mean? Like, there's just so many elements to this case. And it does not help the fact that I can't help but feel they have the wrong person in jail for these crimes. So, yeah. That's what I'm going to be doing tomorrow. So expect a video from me on Friday? Friday or Saturday? Well, no, it definitely won't be Saturday. I have readings to do at a cafe. So Sunday. I'm going to really, really try to put one out Friday, though. So if you're not subscribed yet, go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss any of future videos. And yeah. I hope you have a wonderful evening. Thank you so much for watching. If you were able to stay to the end of the video, I'm absolutely flattered. And, you know, thank you. It means a lot.